What's good, everybody? If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. This is my unofficial official podcast. And the message right now that's really resonating with me right now is like, don't let perfection, do not let perfection stunt your progress. Like, for the longest, I'm like, like I want to start this podcast, you feel me? But I don't have the biggest microphone. I don't have a whole gaming streaming setup. But I'm like, nigga, I got a ring camera, a microphone, a beautiful face, and a voice. That's all I fucking need. Some of y'all don't got the beautiful face, but all you need is a fucking voice. So yeah, this is episode one of my unofficial official podcast, and today we gonna talk about the reality of living in Los Angeles. Being a native, born here, raised here, living here, seeing the different waves of LA, different niches of LA, different subcultures of LA. I can for sure tell you the reality of living in LA from my perspective. I do want to say LA is different for everybody, and what you put into LA, my Melrose vet told me this a long time ago, and it kind of clicked and put things into perspective. What you put into LA is literally what you get out. And yeah, right now I'm really here shaded. You feel me? In my organic, authentic self. Like I'm just shaded with a fucking black t-shirt, some shorts, and my chain. And you feel me? Like, anyways. But what I do want to start with is the fact that like especially in LA. And like the reason why a lot of OTs that come out here they get swallowed up and spit out is because everything that you see is not what you get. Like LA, as far as image, is a lot of like smoke and mirrors. I feel like people who've never been to LA or they came out here a couple of times ago, years ago, to visit their cousins, I feel like they get warped and they get like manipulated by the image of LA. I think when people view LA, they view Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, like Santa Monica, and that's like not the reality of LA. Sorry to burst your little bubble, but LA is ghetto. And I think that's why people be so confused when they meet me because it's like being bred here, I'm always gonna have that squabble in me because LA is not all Hollywood, and I grew up in Los Angeles, not Van Nuys, not North Hollywood, not the Valley, not Torrance, not Carson, in the heart of Los Angeles, 9 AAA. You hear me? So I do feel like LA is a lot of smoke and mirrors that people get caught up in, especially when someone is wanting to be in the industry, an artist, an entrepreneur. I will say that like LA is about money. I'll always say that. But like if you're ambitious and you have that type of mindset, like a go-getter mindset, it shouldn't be a problem with you. Like I feel like there is a lot of opportunity in LA. But I also feel like the people who couldn't make it in LA, they kind of like rain down and try to crush those dreams of people who want to make it in LA. Like, oh, it's too expensive. Oh, there's no opportunity. Oh, the only job that you'll be able to get is at Food for Less. Oh, this, oh that, oh rent, oh this, oh that. And I say that to say there's so much opportunity as far as LA, the city itself, because remember, it's not LA, it's the people in it. LA itself, as a city, as a demographic, like, there's a lot of opportunity out here and there's a lot of money to be made out here. That's just how I feel. Like, growing up with money, experiencing money. Maybe, like I said, LA is different for everyone. Maybe people don't see that opportunity. I grew up around money. I've always loved money. I love money. There's nothing wrong with loving money. There's nothing wrong with wanting it back. There's nothing wrong with wanting more for yourself. And I feel like if you are in that era of your life, LA is a perfect city to live, move to, network. But I say that to say, do not get caught up in the smoke and mirrors and the image and the malleability of LA. You hear me? Like we could really get into it, but like I just don't want to get demonetized. I don't want my videos to get banned, and I don't want people to feel like I'm an informant. So I'm gonna keep this as like authentic as possible, but like as like YouTube as possible. You hear me? I do want to say like I do want to hit another point that I kind of hit in my live about like LA not being expensive. I do feel like, and again, this is my perspective. I do feel like people equate the image, like the reality of LA is people who live in LA equate the image of LA with the cost of living in LA, and I don't think it's the same thing. I think that because someone might come from more humble beginnings, they see someone living in a mansion in the hills, driving an AMG Benz, you feel me, looking nice, hair done, and they automatically equate that with not attainable, too expensive, because it looks glamorous, it looks easy. But the reality is, like a lot of people in LA who look like they got it, they don't really have it like the way that you think they do. Like, like a lot of people, again, I say this all the time. I say this all the time. There's so many different perceptions and perspective and like what's the word? Like things to take into consideration when you just think someone has it. Like someone who lives in the hills, they might have that house. That house might have been inherited to them. They might not have to be mortgaged. They might not have to pay mortgage. So I'm just gonna throw a number out there. The $3,400 that you would spend on a mortgage for that house would have you like living uncomfortable. They don't have to worry about that, so they can afford to drop 3,400 on getting their hair done, designer, da 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 every month. You hear me? Or like someone might just be a scammer, and you never know, and they are scamming citizens, not citizens, Citibank and Wells Fargo and EDD, and they're just flashing all this money, but they're not telling you the part about how they got it. They're not telling you the part about how it was inherited. They're not telling you the part about how they stole it. She's not telling you that yeah, she got that YSO bag, but she went right back and returned it, stole another bag, went back and returned it. Like there's so many scams and disillusions and smoke and mirrors. And I say that to say personally, I feel like if you have a positive money mindset, like you can live comfortably off 80K a year. You hear me? Like I feel like I don't know, me personally, I just don't like the word expensive because it sets a level of something that's not attainable or something that's too much. And I've always been the kind of person, I've never been an envious person. I've never wanted for what someone else has. I've never wanted for what someone else has because I know that I can get it. So I've never had to steal something. I've never had to shoplift something. I've never had to manipulate somebody. I've never had to scam somebody. For what? I can get the same thing with or without you. It doesn't really matter. So I'll say that to say LA is not expensive, but LA is not a city where you want to be lazy. LA is not a city where you want to be complacent. Personally, move to Antarctica if that's the kind of mindset and the type of energy that you have. Me personally, I'm all about a bag, the next level up. I've always been ambitious. You hear me? I hope TikTok and YouTube doesn't demonetize, but like, let's get a little spicy. Let's talk about the real raw stuff y'all really want to hear. I feel like, and it's been an open secret. I feel like the natives in LA know this. It's really like hush hush. But I feel like, you know, my passings with people being hit on, dating, relationships, pillow talking, personal direct experience. I feel like everyone in LA is fucking like sus. Like everyone's fucking AO, everyone's super bi, and that's another thing. Like everyone in LA is fucking. Everybody in LA is fucking. So I would personally, I'm the kind of person for me, like the dating pool in LA isn't really hard for me because I kind of feel like I am a traditional person. I prefer being in relationships. I'm not too picky. Just don't be a crazy fucking weirdo. Don't have AIDS. Like, don't have any STDs. Be cute and we cool. But I say that to say the dating scene for me isn't hard, but there is a lot of fucking in LA. And I would highly suggest wearing a condom. The reality of living in LA is that it's a whole bunch of married men out here fucking any and everything, anything that they can stick their dicks in, and it's just weird to me. Like That's why I view marriage and relationships so much differently because of what I've experienced, what I've seen directly. Everyone fucking, everybody is cheating, and yeah, like me personally, I don't do that. I'd rather be in a relationship. But the reality of living in LA is that there's always an orgy. There's always someone down to fuck. 95.5% of people in LA are fucking bisexual, bi-curious, or they're a virgin. Like that's it. That's just my perspective. You know what I mean? That's why like I don't really that's why when it comes to like dating, partying, being in the industry, I do have a guard up to a certain extent because it's a lot of like untrustworthy characteristics when it comes to like sex and love and dating. That like yeah, no thank you. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say, and I hear this a lot. People say that, oh, LA is fake, LA is dog eat dog, everyone's here for themselves, you can't trust anyone, the energy's so dark in LA, the energy's so demonic in LA. I don't feel like that. What I do feel like it's a lot of OTs, out of towners that come to LA and they make the energy weird. But at the same time, I do feel like LA isn't necessarily like dog eat dog. I feel like there are a lot of followers and trendy people in LA that don't have strong like character and don't have a backbone and don't have a strong identity. So they're with whatever. You hear me? I wouldn't necessarily say it's dog eat dog, but I do feel like there are a lot of followers in LA who are just riding waves, riding hypes, you feel me? And to really, build a foundation, I feel like you have to be a leader. You have to have that type of like that type of mindset. You have to be a leader, or you're gonna get ate the fuck up and spit the fuck out because being in a city where most people are followers, following the next trend, following the next wave, snakish. That's not, that don't sound too, productive to me. You hear me? And also, like, LA is a party city. That's why I'm such a party boy. Like, industry party, mansions in the hills, you feel me? Parties at the beach, you feel me? Celebrity after parties. I've been on that. Like, I've been the hype, I've been the blueprint, I've been the wave. So, LA is a party city. That's why it's important to be about your bag because it's so easy to go to this party, go to this Coachella after party, go to this Rolling Loud party, go to Penthouse, go to. It's like there's so many things to do in LA nonstop. That's why I don't understand when people say LA is boring. LA is not boring. You're just boring. You hear me? So I say that to say LA for me, LA is a party city, but that aspect of the city is a huge reason why I'm so ambitious and I'm so about a bag because you have to maintain the lifestyle that you're living. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of fun. I meet a lot of fun people on the daily. You hear me? There are a lot of interesting characters in Los Angeles, interesting storylines, and interesting like realities. And it just makes LA the beautiful melting pot, multicultural melting pot that it is. You hear me? But I say all this to say, yeah, this is my unofficial official podcast. Tap inwardly. It's your favorite content creator, Tony Online. You hear me? More episodes on the way, more content on the way. Like this is barely the beginning, y'all. Like I'm already at 500,000 views. No feature, no shout out, no prop, nothing on YouTube. And I can't even that's not even taking into consideration the TikTok stats, the gift stats, my impressions. And I say that to say Tony Online or no, like get with the winning team. Come join the troublemakers. You hear me? We up, we active, we litty. You feel me? Gang gang, gangland. You hear me? Road 9, AAA. You feel me? All that.